But yeah, I thought I took the first clearly. Second round, he was crazy. And then I don't even know, man. If I had if I had gotten the third, it would have definitely been close. But shit was wild, man. Bill Collector snapped. Torny shit is crazy, man. Torny shit is no joke. Cause I said before. Let me get the fuck out of this game shit. I said before anything had started, I was like, the real challenge comes in the second round. If I could somehow get past Ryda, and I did by the skin of my teeth, thanks to the fan vote, really. And then, but I knew the problem was going to be in the second round because I had never, I don't like, I don't have that, like what Bill Collector has, what people like drugs have, twerk, DNA. I do not have that. That like writing 3 rounds in 1 day or 2 days and memorizing and all that shit. I don't have that. I don't have that. I've always kind of been a my whole formula has always been at least for the last like whew, probably like year now. I've realized that I if there's any time before 3 weeks to go, then I'll think of ideas, angles, approaches, shit like that. And then I'll do with 3 weeks left, I'll spend 1 week on the first round. And then the two weeks left, I'll spend 1 week on the second, and then the last week I'll spend on the third. So it was definitely tough to do that. But what sucks is that I had most of the third down. You know what I'm saying? I had most of the third down. You're only as distracted as you allow yourself to be. You know what I'm saying? You're only as prepared as you know, make yourself. And I tried really hard to prep, but that third round, that was not, it did not stop there. Oh, oh, no. I can't believe it. I mean, I can, man. I can believe, but um, I get it. And what sucks is like I didn't mind. Thank you for the prop, baby girl. What sucks is I didn't mind losing. I didn't mind losing because the tournament. When I watched the first Ultimate Madness. Um, can I turn up the chat? You guys can't hear me. Can you hear me that much? When the first tournament happened, as I was watching it, I realized, it's not about who's the most skilled. It comes down to durability. It comes down to, have people done this before, and Bill Collector, Danny Myers, people like that, they're able to, produce high level content. So in my head, after watching the first tournament, I was like, oh, this is especially when you saw Fonz and Jay. Fonz and Jay were withered. When it got down to that, Fonz and Jay were just they were out of it, and I get it. I really get it because between Saga and Ride, I had 3 weeks. I had 3 weeks, so it wasn't that tough, but it still was because you get the mental fatigue from battling Saga, and then usually you get that weight lifted off your shoulders when you're done battling. You get that weight lifted, and you get to relax. But it was straight to writing. But the third was choppy, but not 4 bars, man. Come on, come on. Um, yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, shit happens, but I didn't want to lose like that. I completely accepted losing. I didn't mind losing, but not fucking up like that. But that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. But shout out to Bill, man. I really I hope Bill goes very, very far. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you run it back from the beginning? Dude, I'm in the middle of, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the middle of it. There's not much, it's hard to it's easy to like stand outside and being like, "Oh, you should have thrown the left hook. You should have thrown the right hook." Some shit like that. But, when you're in the middle of it, it's hard, and then I've never blanked out. You know what I'm saying? I never blanked out. Before, and then it was like in the middle of it, I was like, you know what? I was already like 20 seconds in to not saying anything. So I'm like, let me just stop. I can't do it. I can't do it. We will, the guys that are here to like actually watch and talk. Don't worry about the people that are hating. They're slowly. I'm slowly removing them and stuff like that. I'm slowly removing them, and then obviously as we keep streaming, as things keep going along, listen. I will say this. You guys saw me 6 weeks ago breaking down in front of Uncle Ra 15 minutes of fame because how happy my life is. You know what I mean? How good my life is going. We are good. When you are up, you are up. When you are up, they want you down. When it looks like you're down, you are still up. Trust me. I got off the plane yesterday and the biggest weight was lifted off my shoulders. You know what I mean? I'm so happy to be home. That woman that everyone's talking about, no one's ever talked to her in their life. All the people that are talking to me, they've never spoken. Anybody that has anything to say, I've never spoken to them in my life. That's the greatest woman I've ever met. An unbelievable mother, an unbelievable person. You know what I'm saying? This is just what happens. This isn't battle rap either. I don't blame this on the battle rap community. This is the internet. This is the internet. This is how people are. There are sad people, man. There are people that are sad. Happy people don't do that. Ashley said that. Happy people don't do this. You don't realize that somebody's vulnerable and go and attack them and make it worse. And I had people tweeting a suicide count for me. You know what I mean? Like, what would be the day that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are so good. We are so good. And let me tell you something about the relationship, unfucking breakable. People try to throw rocks at us, people try to diss us. We huddle and harden the shell. You make it better. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Now that I'm out of money, and now that I lost, now that I won nothing from the tournament, let's try to win some fucking money on some Call of Duty, man. And I shout out to y'all, bro. And hey, man, you know, I'm I was not used to. I've never had that before. I've never had thousands and thousands of people, hundreds of blogs, radio, just dragging you and your loved ones through the mud. I never experienced that before. I should have shut up. I should have shut up. But you know what? People react to less. People react to less. It was more of a defend. I had no problem with the round. I knew that round was coming. Had no problem with it. Had no problem with what Bill Collector did. You know what I'm saying? We good over here. Forever. So let's get some shit. And if I ever choke like that again, I will put my location on and I need a mob beating. A mob beating. Because let me tell you something.